You're a big idiot, Richie Stephen. So you feel like you can't come ramp up with me. I be all of the mango them are ripe and you're big fool brother come from country. I eat out the mango them and carry them back and come buy you out with fish. How what you feel like? Yeah? Remember say me I come here yard tomorrow man. You think 2 man come thief your color where the yard going like you know want me come back to your yard. When me I tell you this youth. Me I come in your yard and me I broke your house and thief out your whole of mango them out your mango tree. You feel like man I look no friend from you? Yeah? You can take, you can carry the police station, come and make sure video make them world know, say me I come broke in your yard, thief out your mango them. Because you have one bag of mango send to a country after this youth, you come from country with 6 number fish. How you feel like with your statement, sir? Some man not say health over wealth in a youth. You know, say fruit is to make you feel live healthy and live right and live conscious, eh? Eh? You think one last no memory? Eh? You think one look old and wither? Eh? If you eat some makeup things that them give people for eat, yo, it's when the mango ripe, call me. It's when Kalalu have it, call me. When banana ripe, there, me tell you something. Anything where you have at your yard, make sure call me. And that me I tell you, all the one when you Freddie McGregor go and take man for eat that have the big farmer country and no one carry me down there. Me I go start work and thief out to no farm and me done chat.
No people, this is the biggest joke me ever get in my life. And my brother that seen, and the man forward up from Westmoreland to come check. You see them bring some nice fish to me and thing. I always bring up fish. You understand me? But the joke is, the man come at Kingston and I go back to Westmoreland with mango. Tell me where I hear that from. No sir, that was a big joke. No, don't tell me what you think, you know. The man come all the way from country, and Westmoreland where me come from. And he can have the mango, the man have carry couples bag of mango, go back to Westmoreland, down a country, where all of the mango tree them there. I don't know people. Don't tell me what to think about this. Yes, my people. You know it's that time again, mango time, but I never expect that apple will be coming in at this time. We have to give thanks to the Almighty. Fruitful day, eh? Wonderful, but I mean I tell you. No GMO. Everything I say is 100%. Everything is from off of the tree. See? Plant a tree today. Don't depend on the imported fruit that will come from Jamaica. Remember I said Jamaica bears some of the greatest fruit. Nice, mango, apple and all these wonderful things. Don't depend too much on the overseas thing. You think they're mushroom. See? Too much GMO people. Real thing. East Indian. Black mango. Julie. Apple, and that we have today. Bless them, see? Today is a good day. Coming from the farm, I'm a bridging. God bless you, Andrew. Real food for me on the farm. Look what go on, man. Yam, cassava, plantain. So, health over well, people. Yes, sir. There. Make we eat what we grow now. Make we eat what we know about from Jamaica now. We could eat the right food, see? Long life, health over wealth, no to GMO. That's what I say. No to GMO. Everybody say no, we don't need no GMO. We're gonna eat the food we grow. Say no to GMO. Yes, people. It's a whole basin of eating what the apple. The apple that we know about, the apple that we grew up and eat. All of a sudden, everybody into the imported apple now where them are send come to Jamaica. And I see my brethren singing melody. I demonstrate to the people them that these apples, they put things on them to preserve them. So you have a knife scraping off about an inch of chemicals from off of it where them put on the apple to make it preserve for almost a year when them put it on shelf in supermarket. Them apple is natural apple. If you don't eat them off by weekend, them rotten and spoil. Because that is how God wants it. We're not into what man do to try to create profit. Remember that, people. Man, I do all kind of thing with food to try to create profit and not kill we off. Food that make us sick. Food that kill we off people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Alright. You see how much color do I reap, so it's time now to take out the color of them now and get ready for something else. See? Because, you know, there's a variety of things that if you plant and enjoy. So right now, I'm making up my mind, trying to make up my mind between pumpkin or some melon, watermelon. The plant in this area around the sun. See, we have corn now coming up and the tomato them now getting ready and all these things. Pineapple. So, help me make up my mind if I should plant either melon or pumpkin. Alright? But in the meantime, preparing the land, because you know it already. Have to prepare the land again to make sure say alright and mature. We are going to manure it as well. So dig it, manure it, get it ready again. No GMO, no fertilizer, we don't deal with that. No insecticide, nothing like that. So we do it. Okay. Yes. Today is a good day. Coming from the farm, I'm a bridging. God bless you, Andrew. Real food for me on the farm. Look what go on, man. Yam, cassava, planting. So, health over wealth, people. Yes, right there. Make we eat what we grow now. Make we eat what we know about from Jamaica now. Make we eat the right food, see? Long life, health over wealth, no to GMO. That's what I say. No to GMO. Go. Yes, Facebook. We're here live. Straight from the Health Over Wealth Garden. With my good friend here, Dr. Andre Garden, yes. Biochemist, food scientist. Important bridging passing through. Now, how this man reach here? It's all from the little posts that we've been making from the garden. And this is why today is so important, because this garden started out of concern, you know, of the whole food that is coming into Jamaica and what we're consuming every day. So I decided to make a little difference by introducing my kids to natural foods, getting them involved, showing them the natural way, how we grow natural food and so. And before you know it, people from all over the world start responding to it. And we decided to just go with it because it's a positive vibration. A couple of my artist friends passed through. And now, as I said, biochemist, food scientist, Mr. Dr. Andre Garden. So tell us exactly what you do in your department.
Yeah. Well, I have a company called Technological Solutions Limited, TSL, just as you. And basically what we were set up to do is to help Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the developing countries of the world be able to gain wealth from their traditional foods. And that means to be able to produce, to feed their own countries, their traditional foods in a manner that is healthy and wholesome, and then be able to export those to the rest of the world in a manner that allows them to get good money, get wealth from exporting the surplus, which is not the way it has worked for the last God knows how many years.
All right, good. Well, the hot topic are the thing that people really want to know about. I've been doing some studies myself, but having someone like you here, it's natural that we ask you certain things because I know you can shed some light.
Yeah, man.
GMO.
Yes. Yes.
Genetically modified organism.
Yes.
All right? But I kind of put a little different twist to it.
Yeah.
I have my own meaning. which is garbage maneuvering organics. You laugh.
Yes,
It's the
right.
biggest scare right now because
Yes.
we're talking about food that men creating, not God anymore.
Yes.
They're changing the whole concept of what was meant to be into something that they want. My
Yes.
good friend Muta Baruka said, manipulating the seed for corporate greed. You understand me? So
Yes.
we're here now to discuss that. Tell
Yes.
us about GMO.
Well, you know, again, and I'm glad you said, I'm a biochemist by training, and biochemistry is basically the science that take everything and look at how natural things work, how the body work, how plants grow, and all of that. And then on top of that, I did food science, which is how you bring everything together to make food nutritious, healthy, produce it rapidly, and sell it. So the two things combine. Now, as a scientist, I learn about GMOs from the scientific perspective, which is, well, in theory, when they started, they said, look, you have a lot of people in the developing countries starving, and with the population of the world growing, we're going to need to be able to produce a lot more food on less land, you know, because of a whole range of things. And with the world growing rapidly, we have enough land. So we need to find a way to, some people would say, help nature to allow whatever we're growing to be able to produce more. And that's the theory of it. As we were talking off camera, I told you, and I didn't see anything wrong with that. And in theory, there's nothing wrong with it. The challenge is, as you say, I think you mentioned a little phrase from Muta Baruka, modifying the seed
For corporate
for
greed.
corporate greed. And in fact, to a large extent, that is where GMOs have gone. So all the corn, all the soya, all the wheat, much of the rice, here the staples that people eat in multiple forms is almost now all GMOs.
All right. So what you just explained, what I learned from that is that GMO initially was of good intention.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But Monsanto, which is the biggest producers of GMO products, I think the interest has been shifted because corn, for argument's sake, I went to a supermarket with my wife and I love corn. I love natural produce.
Yeah.
So I pick up some corn and a lady come to me and said, Richie, I hate about in your business, but you are my singer that I love so much. Could you please put back those corns? I said, why would you say something like that? He said, because it is not real, it's not natural, it's genetically modified.
Yeah.
Genetically modified.
Yeah.
So I said, explain to me. So the lady explaining that the pesticides is now within the corn itself.
Yes.
They don't spray it anymore, I put it within the corn
Yes.
so that insects can't eat it.
That's right.
So if Monsanto plant 10 acres of corn, they will get that 10 acres of corn instead of
That's right.
70% of the corn.
That's right.
So again, it's about corporate greed. It's profit over life now, you know.
Yes.
So I listened to the lady and I said, wow, there's so much sense in what the lady is saying to me, because if insects can't eat this corn because they will die, what that product will do to us as human beings that eat it. Explain.
And this is the challenge. This is the challenge. So when you think about it, just think about it. If you could get most of what you produce and not lose it because insect destroy it, it sounds like a good thing, right? The challenge is that when you, you know, they have a lot of natural insecticides from the neem tree and all of that that you can use. But guess what?
Like how we use fire coal.
Yes,
and
but guess
ashes.
where them things they come from?
What?
Them come from down here, them come from developing countries. And so in a lot of the rest of the world, it would cost too much. They would have to buy or pay us for those things. So they come up with ways, which makes sense in theory, but the problem is we don't know today, no matter what they tell you, what this is going to do to our genes 10, 15, 12 years down the road.
That is the biggest problem
Yes.
with the GMO food.
Yes.
Because
You don't know.
usually is 10, 15 and 20 years before the real result
That's right.
of what it will do to us.
That's right.
One thing we know for sure though is that with the type of food that we're exposed to now, we're consuming, it is really making us sick. And
Yeah.
you're a scientist at
Yes,
this.
yes.
I'm just a regular man. But what I do is compare then to now.
Yes.
I don't think we're getting sick from the air or the sun, because those things, luckily, God still control them things like. But the food which is now controlled by men.
Yeah.
I mean, everything, almost everything is unnatural now. And I who travel a lot, I travel a lot and I try to eat the right food and eat the vegetables mostly and the fruits. But to me, those foods are now the most targeted food in terms of
Yes.
unnatural growing.
Yes.
So where do I go from there?
Yes.
Let me ask you this. The fake food now,
Yes.
the plastic rice, the rubber cabbage, the rubber cheese that can't melt, that we see people all over the world now demonstrating by putting it on the fire, and you see all these things. Give us a little.
Yeah.
We don't want to just scare the audience
Yes,
now, but
yeah.
tell us some of the things that it will do to us to
Right.
eat those foods, because that is something that have the world fretting right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Well, you see, a lot of this is almost like an extension of GMOs. And as I say, not the concept of GMO isn't bad, but how it is being applied. That's why the Europeans don't want it. Because 10, 15 years down the road, people will have disease and nobody going to know where them come from. With a lot of these fake foods, what happens is, unfortunately, a lot of my associate colleague scientists, 'cause you have all kind of scientists, just like you have all kind of musicians and doctors, have realized that systems to prevent them from coming in.
Yes, sir.
Realize that a lot of people just want something that they can put in their body and they feel full and they're not hungry and they're all right. So there are lots of foods, lots of natural things like
Europe,
yeah,
been an advocate or fighting against the unnatural foods. Now,
Yes.
I happen to travel a lot of countries in Europe, and Italy in particular. And the reason I brought up Italy is because Italy is a big influence on my yard now. I explain why.
yeah,
What I respect about the Italian people and their food is difficult to introduce foreign food to an Italian person. And I said, blow up. But this is amazing because they strongly believe in their food.
yes,
In
yes,
the olive oil
yeah,
and all of the things that Italy love. They love their food and they're strongly against unnatural food and GMO. You don't even mention the word in Italy. While I was there last year, I was staying for a good time, so I was living among the Italian people. And the place where I was staying, it was a nice garden in the back with all the natural herbs and spices. And I was looking and I said, wow, but this is amazing. This is a European country. But yet, they saw it to be so important to have their garden. And as a man who, anywhere in the world I go, I love to cook my own food, you know. Because at least you know what is going in the pot. You know, at least. You know, so I was there spending the time cooking every day, getting things from the garden, and then I said, but hold on, man. But this is the way I grew up.
yes, that's right.
What gone wrong?
Yeah, that's right.
And then start think about, as my grandmother would say, everybody into the short-term business now.
Yes.
We run to the store and buy everything.
Yes.
So you get caught up in the now and the ready-done things. You don't climb the coconut tree anymore and blend the coconut or grate the coconut. We run to the supermarket and we buy a pack of things and throw it in the pot.
Yes,
You
convenience.
have to think about the preservative in it.
Yeah.
All of these things that we do is just a way to get things done fast. We're not doing the natural thing anymore.
Right.
So I make a decision right there and then that when I come back to Jamaica, I'm going to start my garden. You understand me?
Greatest thing you
Yes.
have
And
done.
it was very hard to do because I used a big piece of the land.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be one of the
Yeah.
greatest decisions because here we are talking, we can share some information
Yes,
to some
yes,
people
yeah.
who I'm hoping will be inspired.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea of me posting things is to get people to think about planting them thing again.
Yeah.
Because I know how important it is when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And we have to hang on to certain old-time traditions.
That's right. It is really important that people understand, and as a scientist, I can share with you that the science, hard science now, not hearsay, is proving that the traditional foods and the traditional approaches that we have had in Jamaica and the Caribbean and in the developing world towards foods is the better way, is the healthier way. So guess what's happening now? Right now, well, Europe is way advanced, but in North America, people want foods and they're telling you take the preservatives, we want you to take these things out of it. So as a scientist, as a food scientist, a lot of our job right now is to find a way to take all the things that were put into these foods out and try to give people foods that are more natural with a longer shelf life. So here is the thing. We already in Jamaica and the Caribbean produce these things. So this is what we ought to be selling overseas so that our Jamaicans over there can go and get the yam, the ackee, all of the foods that we had, which research is now showing is much healthier for you than what we traditionally.
Let's talk about our children.
Yes.
Let's talk about our children.
Yeah.
Very important that we talk about our children. You ask the average man or a woman, you love your kids? You're going to say yes. You ask me that, I'm going to say yes. I ask you that, I'm sure you're going to say yes. Are we paying attention to what we're feeding our kids? Most people will be guilty of no.
Unfortunately, no.
You have to be careful about the things that the kids love now. Because I also think that there are things that put in the foods nowadays to get the kids hooked. No, I don't know if I'm wrong, you know.
There is some truth to it. There is some truth to it for some food.
Let me tell you, there's one instance where my wife used to love cook a certain type of food for the kids. And they would love it, and I used to watch them just eat it up and ask for more. But yet, there are certain other foods that they wouldn't look on at all.
Yes.
And I started saying, no, let me pay some attention to this thing. And that same food, I started doing a little research. And my little research showed me that there's a chemical in that food that mess with the kids' them brain, you know. And this is a proven fact. And when I read more, I realize that 75 countries in Europe ban that same product, you know.
Yes.
You understand me?
Not surprised.
And I am saying that to say this, that we have to pay attention to the kids and what they eat and what they love, because we also get caught up into this thing that we're feeding the kids what they need. But I think we should go back to the olden days and feeding the kids what they're supposed to get.
Like what we used to have.
Yes, you know that, man, when your grandmother say, boy, come eat now.
Yeah.
And when you go, you see the yam, the banana, and the chocho, and the pumpkin, and them something there, and you skin up your face, the and she look on you, and you know you will just eat your dinner.
Yeah.
We have to get back to those days, because that is how you preserve the life of your kids. Because when you grow your kids and giving them all of these fake foods and all these things without paying attention to what you're giving them, it's gonna make them sick.
It's going to make them
is gonna make them sick.
less healthy than we are.
Less healthy than we.
And we are less healthy than our parents were.
I tell you, and we must not. We must be open our eyes. People, when I was growing up, old people used to have cancer and diabetes and them something. Now it's people in the 20s.
Yes.
People in them teens.
Yes.
There is no specific group anymore.
Yes.
So you know, we have to pay keen attention to what we're eating now, and hence why we're here talking.
You know, it's the privilege I have is that we not only work in Jamaica but all over the Caribbean. So I have a good idea how other people live. There's a country called Dominica. You know what they call it? The Nature Isle. In Dominica, they have, and you can check this out in various publications, the highest percentage of long-living people in the world.
Wow.
Right? They have a village, they have an area where they have several people in the 90s and 100s. And do you know what is peculiar about places like Dominica, St. Vincent? They still eat today what they used to eat long time ago. All the yam and what they call tanya and chocho and all of those things that our grandparents used to insist that we eat, prepared in the same way.
Stop for a second. Let me ask you now, this is a very sensitive issue, but it's a very, very important issue, something that we need to talk about. The testosterone and the libido, in men especially, is decreasing big time. A lot of people don't know what is happening to them. They just know that the performance level is not up as it used to be. Now there's also a study that proved that a lot of the things that we're eating now, especially in processed food, are killing the testosterone and the libido in men.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you talk about some of those foods?
All right. So it's a funny thing that we're just talking about the traditional foods, because those same what we call them complex carbohydrates, the heavy starches and things that we used to eat, the less processed foods, a lot of the vegetables and fruits have things that are critical to the functioning and the body's ability to produce. Because here is the thing, you don't need, in many cases too, and I'm sure Muta and them guys who study this thing will tell you a lot, you don't need to take a lot of things necessarily in the form of supplements, A lot of our people who live in North America have to, because they don't get the foods. But if you eat the right things, so you get your selenium, which is a mineral, zinc, magnesium, calcium, which you get from vegetables, fruits, and plants.
Natural fruits and vegetables.
Natural fruits and vegetables, nuts and so on. You eat those every day in enough quantities, your body will produce enough testosterone, right? And you do the exercise, which I know you do, exercise and eating well will deal with most of the lifestyle diseases. It will help your body repair and fight cancer, all of these things. But you see, as you're saying, we're not doing a lot of these things now.
All right. Well, that said, let's talk about the body and its function now.
Yes.
Now, the liver is one of the most important organs in your body.
Definitely.
And some people say it is the most important organ based on its function to distribute, breakdown of things and so on. When we eat all of these foods, I just said the food's supposed to be a medicine, but with the garbage that we're eating now, the food is not the medicine anymore. It's bringing in toxins.
That's right.
More than anything. So it put a lot of pressure on the liver.
Yes.
And most of the time, people's liver, is affected. So the function of the liver won't help your body anymore because you're now sick, basically. Do you think that is something that leads to the growth of cancer, especially in men, and diabetes?
Well, definitely. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt that researchers like Errol Morrison and others here in Jamaica, and people need to understand the quality of some of the science. We talk about the sports, we talk about the artists, which are world class. But we have some people that other people around the world come to, including a lot of naturalists and herbalists that people all the world over come to learn. What we have shown conclusively is that your pancreas, which really deals with insulin that controls diabetes, but is heavily related to the liver. These organs are function best when we eat healthily and when we exercise. The more we eat foods that cause them to spend more of their time, like you say, the liver, one of the major functions of the liver is to what we call detoxify, or get rid of the toxins that come into your body. And where those toxins come in? They only come in, from one thing, the food that we eat and what we drink. So that's one of the major functions. But the other major function, of course, is to take what comes in, the good things that come in, break them down and distribute them so that they go to help us grow and, help our brain function and help our body fight disease. Now, when the body is not functioning to help itself to fight disease, that is when you start to have a lot of illnesses. And that's when normal stress of life become abnormal stress. And stress is one of the things that cause a lot of illness. Number one killer.
We must also start thinking about what is out there, what the advertisers and the organizers and the corporate companies are pushing at us.
Yeah.
For many years, they were trying to tell us that tobacco is not bad for you. For many years, it's okay to smoke as much cigarette as you want, blah, blah, blah. And then in recent time, we see where they have to admit that smoking helps to cause cancer.
Yeah.
All right? It's the same way now. Them spread a terrible rumor on coconut oil. to say that coconut oil is bad for you and all of these things, because they want to introduce the corn oil and they want to introduce all of the things that the corporate companies introducing to the market. Now, it was the Philippines that did an independent study to prove that coconut oil is one of the best things for you. One of the best things for you, and people are now gravitating to coconut oil, and it's one of the biggest thing on the shelf right now worldwide. So I'm saying that people will need to pay attention to what is going on with food. Food is one of the #1 killer in the world. It is no joke thing why, I don't even know the percentage, but a large percentage of people are now diagnosed with cancer, a large percentage of people having diabetes, a large percentage of people having high blood pressure, and these are lifestyle diseases, the way how we live with life, the things that we indulge in. So I'm no expert like this man, you know. But, you know, we have to open our eyes and to look what is going on around us. And since food is such an important item, we all have to now start thinking about what we're eating, what we're putting in our bodies. And we just hope that people will be inspired to start planting their own things. That is one of the ways how we'll help to put the right things in our bodies.
Yes, yes. It's funny you mentioned the whole thing about coconut, because as other people don't know, the whole thing against coconut oil was driven by scientists. You know, my profession, who were...
You were included?
No, not me. but that's the thing. As I said, like you have good in all professions.
Yes.
But the whole thing against coconut oil was driven, as you say, to make sure that people switch from using coconut oil, which is produced by developing countries in the south, to using canola oil and soybean oil and corn oil that was mass produced from genetically modified foods in the north. And that's what happened. So you take the wealth out of the Philippines and Thailand and the Caribbean, Dominica, Jamaica, where we had a big coconut industry, and move all of that to North America. Now we have to start buying from them. So the Philippines and some of the other people, Thailand and elsewhere, said, look, nobody going to do this for us. We fund our own research, and what they showed is that not just coconut oil, but coconut water, and everything from coconut is amongst the healthiest things you can have.
In the world.
In the world. So what is happening now is a lot of the coconut industry is exploding globally. And you know, an important thing, Richie, the work that was used to by the Food and Agricultural Organization to help develop an approach to rebuilding the coconut industry and growing the coconut water industry was done right here in Jamaica. My company, TSL, was responsible for that, along with some other researchers working in the rest of the Caribbean.
Let's talk about importation of food, which is a critical thing. We are seeing now where almost everything is imported. One of the time it got so ridiculous that we're importing patties, something that we Jamaicans create. Now, I understand that it is almost impossible to compete with the imported stuff because it is mass produced. They can send it in droves at cheap prices.
Yes.
So it really just take over the market, because for argument's sake, the imported fish used to sell for $110 a pound, while the fish that was grown here, I'm talking about not sea fish now, fish that people raise, tilapia, it was $250 a pound. So the average family will not go into the supermarket or to the man who's selling it and pick it up and look and say, boy, I will buy this fish because it's a healthy one from Jamaica. The average poor man then will just go and buy the cheap fish.
Yes.
But then the cheap fish is so toxic.
It's made.
Now it is revealed that the imported tilapia is worse than bacon and ham and all those bad foods. You understand me? But yet we're consuming it in daily.
Yeah.
So I just feel those things trigger cancer cell in our bodies, and this is one of the reasons why we're so sick. Because think about it, Jamaican people. Think about a couple of years ago. We were nowhere near the level of sickness that has been pounce upon us now. Almost everybody is diagnosed with something. They have a condition. And this is one of my major concerns. We have to somehow find a way to get back into our local produce. Because the last time I checked, one time I was doing a little research, me and my wife, because we have an interest in farming. And I went to a lady in Clarendon and we talked about the different things that we would like to be involved in. And the lady asked a question that, why are you interested? I said, well, as thinking business, you think it's lucrative and this is one of the reasons why we want to get in. And she said, think again, son. She said, with the level of importation going on in this country, it has the local production, the productive system in Jamaica is almost no more. And I said, tell me more about this. And she started telling me, and I walk away from that meeting feeling so sad. Because that was my first time to understand clearly what was going on with foods in Jamaica. And this is about 12,
it would be
13 years ago.
When the aquaculture, the fish industry was going down.
Yeah, man, and it really broke my heart, Bridget, and to see what it turned out to be now, where not only that the genetic food coming in that's scaring us so, the people are sitting down in them office or them factories and create rice from out of plastic. We see a man on the internet putting different powders in a water and mix it around and bring out a lettuce. No, we don't know what that man putting in that water, but we know it is not good.
And that is why we have to, two things, we have to go back to eating a lot of the things. You know, the JAS and the Ministry of Agriculture have been trying to get people to eat what we grow. And it's a serious thing for us to eat those things.
But you know what, though? I'm not hearing that slogan anymore. I used to hear it a lot one time. I am saying the government need to start run an ad with that tagline like before. Eat what you grow. This is something that's very important. This is very important. I am just hoping that people will start paying attention. Because if me and you healthy and our neighbor's not healthy, it's still not good for us. We need a healthy environment. You know, especially with our kids. We need to see them grow up healthy and look strong as they're supposed to be to the full potential. Well, it was a great talk. Nice having you, Bridget.
My pleasure.
And I hope you pass through again.
Yes, man, anytime.
Facebook, I hope you enjoy the talk. This wasn't just a talk, it's a reasoning about my belief, his belief, and hopefully you'll get an understanding of what is going on with food. Say no to GMO. Bless up Facebook, one love, and God bless. Live from the garden, health over well to say.